Sorry, Nate. I got distracted with the fact that eBay wasn't working, and I forgot to unmute the show. All right. 6. 6 is 12. Box number 1. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's going on with eBay and why it's not showing, but for some reason it's not loading the stream properly as far as visual. Should have sound now. First box. Let's go. Who you got today, Nate? All right. Marlins, Yankees, Rockies. You got it. Here we go, my friends. Box number 1. Spencer Jones, red, 62 out of 149. Hank Greenberg for Detroit, white. That is 13 out of 99. Our first auto of the break. That is Kellen Lindsey of the Dodgers. Kellen Lindsey of the Dodgers. Not numbered. Tricolor, Kumar Rocker. Blue, Seaver King. Seaver King, 186 out of 199. Frank Thomas on the red. 147 out of 149. Silver Prism of Frank Thomas. That is Roger Clemens on the tricolor. Our next auto, that's George Lombard Jr. for the Yankees. There you go, Nate. George Lombard Jr., 4 out of 35. 4 out of 35 on the auto. That is Mike Piazza on the tie-dye. Mike Piazza on the tie-dye for the Florida Marlins. That is going to Florida. 23 of 25. Tricolor, Vance Honeycutt. Silver Prism, Stephen Voigt. Seaver King on the blue. That is 194 out of 199. Prince Fielder on the Silver Prism. Our patch is Jesus Made. Jesus Made for Milwaukee. Box number 2. Box number 2, here we go. That's a blue Griff O'Farrell, 72 out of 199. Jesus Made Silver Prism. Tricolor, Edgar Quieto. Our next auto. That is Brandon Sprout for the New York Mets. Brandon Sprout, New York Mets. This one is not numbered. Neon green is Luis Angel Acuna, 3 out of 49 for the Mets. Tricolor, Kalen Culpepper, Minnesota. We got a redemption. That's Paul Molitor, Reggie Jackson for the Orioles. We got Paul Molitor, Brown. That is numbered 81 out of 125. 81 of 125. Our redemption, Diamond Action Signatures, card 29, James Triantos. James Triantos, that's the Cubs. Orange, that's Yohandy Morales from Washington, 9 out of 49. Dontrell Willis for Miami, that is on the tricolor. Hyesung Kim on the silver prism. Jackson Churio, we got a tie-dye. Number 24, is that Ken Griffey Jr.? No, it's Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson on the numbers tie-dye. 8 out of 25. Right now, Blah, I'm more worried about where's the eBay. Because right now, my eBay is all screwed up and I don't know why. So, it's like it's not giving me the server. It's not projecting the show onto the eBay screen. So, it's all black. But I bet people can hear me on there. They just can't see the show. So, I did put a message up for people to go to the YouTube. Alright, purple, Ryan Sandberg. There's 74 out of 75. Spencer Jones for the Yankees on the white to 99. 82 of 99. We got a tie-dye patch coming. There's your heat, Blah. There's your heat. Silver Prism, that's Jacob Mizorowski. And our tie-dye, that is Charlie Condon on the Spark tie-dye patch. Patch. That is numbered 14 out of 25. They're on the struggle bus today? Okay. I'm glad it's not just me. 14 out of 25. Charlie Condon on the 3-color tie-dye patch to 25. After this break, I'm going to reload my whole thing and see if that works. Box number 3. Funny thing is that I tested it earlier and everything was working just fine. We got a red patch coming here in a 99. Box number 3. Ken Griffey Jr. on the tricolor. Roman Anthony on the silver prism. Ricky Henderson, red numbers. Red on the numbers. That is numbered 53 out of 99. 53 of 99. Silver prism, Brock Wilken. That is Chase Dollander for Colorado. Chase Dollander for Colorado on the patch. Red. Select swatch. 89 out of 99. 89 of 99. That's red. Walker Janik for Houston. 14 out of 149. Silver Prism. Dontrell Willis. That is Miguel Tejada on the tricolor. Hank Greenberg. We got a blue auto. Guess who? Paul Skeens auto to 49. 22 out of 49, Paul Skeens. Dude, he is loaded in this product. He is all over this product. There you go, Blah. You asked for some heat. There we go. Some more right there. Paul Skeens, I've pulled an auto almost every, well, 4 out of 6 or 7 breaks. You tried to get the Pirates. Ty Cobb, blue, 41 of 199. Silver, field level, diamond level, Tim Hudson for the A's. Tricolor of Pee Wee Reese. That is Spencer Jones, white, 55 of 99. Pudge Rodriguez, white. That is 88 of 99. Our auto, that is Darren Baker for Washington. Darren Baker for Washington. Not numbered. Kumar Rocker. Yeah, exactly. Craig Yoho. That is 11 out of 125. All it's doing is driving his price down. I mean, I know it's unlicensed, but still driving the price down. Unless you get a low number. Alright, there's your first three boxes. Box number 4. I've pulled a bunch of Bobby Witt's autos too out of this. At least 3 or 4 in 6 cases. So, but that's 5 in 6 cases of Paul Skeens. And a couple have been patch autos. Alright, box number 4. Tricolor, Dylan Cruz. Brown, that's Blake Mitchell. That is 28 of 125. We got a green and an auto. Green and an auto. The green is a diamond level. Let's do the auto first. That is Song-Chi Chang for Pittsburgh. Song-Chi Chang. And our green diamond level. How about Albert Pujols going to the Dodgers? Albert Pujols going to the Dodgers. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. That's nice. Hall of Famer he will be, for sure. Guaranteed Hall of Famer right there. 4 out of 5. Pee Wee Reese. 134 out of 149. Hagen Smith on the silver prism. We got a red select certified of Ethan Holiday. That's going to the non-MLB spot. Non-MLB spot. That is Ethan Holiday. 39 out of 99. Tricolor, there's Braden Montgomery. Silver prism of Jordan Lawler. Red, that's Roger Clemens for the Red Sox. 25 of 149. Pablo Sandoval for the Giants on the silver prism. And Aaron Judge with the pinstripe on the patch. Aaron Judge on the patch, not numbered, with a pinstripe. That's Ryan Sandberg. Rest in peace, Rhino. 10 out of 99. That is Luke Keyshaw on the tricolor. Cam Smith for Houston. Cam Smith for Houston. Not numbered on the auto. That is Jacob Wilson on the blue. Box number 5. Looks like we're going to have a patch auto in this box. Patch auto incoming. Box number 5, here we go. Tie-dye. Cliff Lee. Cliff Lee on the tie-dye. Philadelphia. That is 15 out of 25. 15 out of 25. Color wheel. Color wheel right there. That is Joe Sewell. Orange. 43 out of 49. We got a wheel. Good luck to everybody on the color wheel. That's Drew Burris tricolor, our color wheel. is the American League MVP going to Nate, Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge color wheel. Dude, that's sick. Alright, the heat is starting to come. Paul Skeens on the silver prism. Kyle DeBarge on the red. Kyle DeBarge, that's 26 out of 149. Silver, Greg Maddux. Because I think we still have a patch auto coming. Yeah, Nate. Between your Colorado, your Miami, and your Yankees, you are on fire, bro. You are on fire right now. Alright, I think it's going to be... Is this one the patch auto? Nope. Alright, so patch auto's that one right there. That is Christy Mathewson for the Giants. 127 out of 149. Jace Lavalette going to the non-MLB spot. 102 out of 199. We sure are, blah. Dylan Cruz on the silver prism. And our first patch. That is Darren Baker for the Washington Nationals. Darren Baker on the patch. That is a red patch. 10 out of 99. 10 out of 99. And our patch auto should be right in there. We still haven't even hit a zebra yet. Hopefully we get one. Alright, we're going to bring that around to the front. We got our patch. It should be a patch auto. Yes, it is. And it's upside down. Alright, here we go, guys. Patch auto incoming. That is Craig Yoho. Tricolor. That is Chase Meadroth on the tricolor. We have white of Jacob Wilson. Jacob Wilson on the white. And our patch auto, is it a rookie? I don't see a rookie symbol, but it could be. It's not. That's Bronson Arroyo on the patch auto for the Cincinnati Reds. Bronson Arroyo. All that build up to get a Bronson Arroyo. 14 out of 99. Not bad, but not what we were looking for. And this Jacob Wilson white is 48 out of 49. 48 of 49. Box number 6. Box number 6. I hate the spacers. There's the other one. All right, box number 6. That is Cash Mayfield on the tricolor. We have an orange auto to 75. How about Jackson Chourio, my friends? Jackson Chourio for Milwaukee. That is 15 out of 75. 15 out of 75. Nice auto for Milwaukee. Colt Keith on the blue. 83 out of 199. There's Connor Griffin Brown. 87 out of 125. Tricolor, Ken Griffey Jr. for Seattle. That is Roger Clemens White for the Red Sox. 66 of 99. And then another auto here for Milwaukee. That is Craig Yoho. Craig Yoho on the auto for Milwaukee. This one is not numbered. Select signature. Tricolor. That is Braden Montgomery for the White Sox. Silver Prism, Colson Montgomery for the White Sox. That is Andrew Painter. Blue turbocharged. Blue turbocharged. Should be to 49. That's for Philadelphia. 33 out of 49. Travis Bazana, Silver Prism. That is Coaching Shane for the Dodgers. Is that another green? It is. Is that a green? Yeah. Nice. All right, we got a second green to 5. Here we go. It is Buster Posey for the Giants. Buster Posey, 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 for the Giants. Buster Posey, Hall of Famer, soon to be. Andrew Painter on the neon green, 22 out of 49. Silver Prism, Ethan Anderson for the Orioles. And our patch goes to the Cubs. That is Matt Shaw. Matt Shaw on the Cubs red select swatch. That is 70 out of 99. 70 out of 99 on the patch. That is our first 6 boxes. Second half of the game. It's all about the game. Grab some more top loaders. All right. Box number 7. right, box 7. That is David Ortiz, 75 of 199. Jacob Wilson on the tricolor. That is a blue auto of Miguel Cabrera. There's another future Hall of Famer right there. 2 out of 49. Ozzie Smith, Silver Prism. There's Braxton Ashcraft. Braxton Ashcraft on the patch for Pittsburgh. Why are these penny sleeves not wanting to work? That is Ryan Johnson for the Angels. 95 of 199. Purple, Rogers Hornsby for the St. Louis Cardinals. 24 of 75. Brown, Will Wagner for Toronto. Will Wagner, that's 125 out of 125 on the bookend. Tricolor, Tomoyuki Sugano. Carson Bench, Silver Prism. James Wood on the Silver Prism. Pedro Martinez on the Turbocharged. Pedro Martinez, Turbocharged Red. That is numbered 18 out of 99. 18 of 99. Bo Jackson. White, that is Wyatt Sanford. There's a blue auto. Zaire Hope Brown for the Dodgers. Zaire Hope Brown, that is 38 out of 125. Our blue auto. It is a rookie. Rookie blue auto. That is J.C. Escara for the Yankees. J.C. Escara, 44 out of 49 for the New York Yankees. Nice hit. Box number 8. Box number 8. I think it should be zebra time. Come on, let's get a zebra print. All right, box number 8. There's Luke Keyshaw, blue, 9 out of 199. Tricolor, Manny Ramirez. Silver Prism, Kevin McGonigal for Detroit. There's Reggie Jackson on the base. Our patch, that is for the Red Sox. That is Christian Campbell. Christian Campbell for the Red Sox. On the red patch, red spark patch, numbered 22 out of 99. 22 of 99. Kellen Lindsay on the Silver Prism. Kalen Culpepper Silver Prism. Pedro Martinez Turbocharged. That is a 66 out of 99. 66 of 99. Tricolor, Pedro Martinez. Auto, Song Joon Kim for Texas. Song Joon Kim for the Texas Rangers. There's Dante Nori, Philadelphia, 44 of 149. Max Muncy for the A's, blue. That is 106 of 199. Chase Dollander on the tricolor. Purple, Cam Smith for Houston, 49 of 75. Craig Biggio on the diamond level tie-dye. That is for Houston. 8 out of 25, Craig Biggio. One of the killer bees. And behind that, for the White Sox, Edgar Quieto on the auto. Edgar Quieto, not numbered. Ken Griffey Jr. for the Reds. There's Chase Burns, white. Chase Burns, 19 out of 99. Box number 9. Box number 9. Heston Kjerstad on the tricolor. Frank Thomas on the tricolor. Tie-dye, Noah Schultz. Noah Schultz on the tie-dye. Is that an auto? It is. Diamond Action auto of Luke Dickerson for Washington. Luke Dickerson for Washington. Tie-dye, Noah Schultz for the White Sox. 5 out of 25. 5 out of 25. Tie-dye for the Reds. That is Ken Griffey Jr. 3 out of 25. The Kid. Sick hit. That is Jackson Chourio on the white. 83 out of 99 for Milwaukee. Silver Prism, Cade Horton. Roman Anthony on the Select Certified red. That is 66 out of 99. 66 of 99 for the Red Sox. Eddie Collins on the blue for the White Sox. 191 of 199. Red, Christian Moore. Color match for the Angels. 149 out of 149. That is blue. Mellock going to the Giants. That is 76 out of 199. Last stack box, number 9. It looks like a blue patch. We got Ty Cobb for Detroit, Silver Prism. Tie-dye, Bobby Witt Jr. We have a red auto. Red auto of Bobby Witt Jr. Your cover boy. Bobby Witt Jr. on the auto. This one is numbered 20 out of 99. 20 out of 99. Why not? Silver, Nomar Garciaparra. And that is PJ Morlando on the 3-color patch for the Miami Marlins. 30 out of 49. Nice hit for the Miami Marlins and Nate. That is for you, bud. Box number 10. right, box number 10. David Ortiz on the red. That is number 32 out of 149. Wouldn't that be a nice finish? Carson Williams on the blue. 132 out of 199. Tricolor, Starling Caba. There is Josue De Paula. Josue De Paula for the Dodgers, and our auto rookie, Max Muncy for the A's. Max Muncy for the A's. Diamond action signature, not numbered. Josue De Paula, 188 out of 199. Purple, Darren Erstead going to the Angels. 37 of 75. I'm sorry. I thought it said Darren Erstead. That's Darren Baker for the Washington Nationals. There's Christian Moore for the Angels. Silver Prism. Select certified of Marcelo Mayer. Bo Jackson, Brown, 9 out of 125. We got a Brown Bo Jackson, 12 out of 125. Tris Speaker for the Red Sox on the tricolor. Here we go, our patch. Silver Prism, Mike Piazza. Bo Jackson on the Select Certified, red. 24 out of 99. 24 of 99. Tricolor, Dontrell Willis. Our auto for the Yankees, Austin Wells. Austin Wells for the Yankees. Diamond action signature, not numbered. Ryan Sandberg, Silver Prism. And that is Rhett Lauder for the Cincinnati Reds on the red Select Swatch. 78 out of 99. Two boxes to go. Are we going to get a zebra this time? Box number 11. Box number 11. That's green. We got another green to 5. This one goes to the Atlanta Braves. That is Deion Sanders for the Atlanta Braves. 2 out of 5. Tricolor, Jackson Churio. Our auto, Dylan Cruz on the auto for Washington. Our patch, that's Grover Alexander for Philadelphia. On the silver prism, our patch is Zaire Hope for the Dodgers. Zaire Hope, not numbered, on the patch for the Dodgers. Silver prism, Cam Smith. Our next auto, that is Miguel Cabrera on the red. Jordan Lawler going to the Diamondbacks. Jordan Lawler of the Diamondbacks on the Diamond Action auto, not numbered. Tricolor, Nick Kurtz. Tricolor, Hagen Smith. Purple, Rintaro Sasaki going to the non-MLB spot. That is 40 out of 75 for the NIL non-MLB spot. Blue, Jose Canseco for Oakland. Canseco, 86 out of 199. Brown, Bronson Arroyo. That is 108 out of 125. There's Roger Clemens on the silver prism. Blue, Jonathan for the Mets. Jonathan, 153 out of 199. Last box. We'll open it across the front. Maybe that'll make it where we can get our zebra print. Come on, zebra print. They are not guaranteed, but it'd be nice to have it. Out of 6 cases, I've only not had it once. So we did get a color wheel in this one though, so alright, here's our patch. Silver prism, Will Clark, and that is Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens on the select swatch, not numbered. Because why not? There's Marcelo Mayer, Roman Anthony, on the Select Certified. 39 out of 99. Brady House, tricolor. Nick Kurtz on the red. 35 out of 149. Brady House. Brady House, 83 out of 99. How about some gold? Our first gold of the break. Looks like a gold auto. Our first gold of the break, and it looks like a gold auto. That's Bobby Witt. Tricolor. George Lombard Jr. Silver Prism. Blue, Josue De Paula. 134 out of 199. Three packs to go. Purple, Chipper Jones. Going to the Braves. Chipper Jones, that is 53 out of 75. 53 of 75. That is John Smoltz for the Braves. John Smoltz. That is 106 out of 199. Is that a... Didn't we get a patch already? Thought we got a patch in this box. It was Paul Skeen, so this should be a patch auto. Rookie patch auto of Chase Burns. Chase Burns for Cincinnati. Both patch autos have gone to Cincinnati. And that should be numbered 14 out of 99. And our last auto of the break. It is a gold auto. We got Kyle Teal on the brown. Our gold auto. Oh, this may be a Yankee. It's not, though. It is for Detroit, Bryce Rainier. Bryce Rainier, 6 out of 10. And 17 out of 125 for the brown, Kyle Teal. All right, it's recap time. Because then I got to try and fix this eBay. All right, recap time. Here we go. Our blues. These are all to 199. We got Luke Keyshaw, Ryan Johnson, David Ortiz, Colt Keith, Jace Lavalette, Jacob Wilson, Ty Cobb, Griffo Farrell, Seaver King, ×2. John Smoltz, Josue De Paula, Jonathan, Jose Canseco, Josue De Paula, Carson Williams, Eddie Collins, Melott for the Giants, and Max Muncy. To 149 on the red, Nick Kurtz, Miguel Cabrera, David Ortiz, Christian Moore, Dante Nori, Christy Mathewson, Kyle DeBarge, Roger Clemens, Pee Wee Reese, Walker Janik, Frank Thomas, Spencer Jones. To 125 on the brown, we got Kyle Teal, Bronson Arroyo, Bo Jackson ×2, Zaire Hope, Will Wagner, Connor Griffin, Blake Mitchell, Craig Yoho, and Paul Molitor. To 99, we got Brady House, Roman Anthony, Bo Jackson, Jackson Churio, Roman Anthony, Chase Burns, Pedro Martinez, Wyatt Sanford, Pedro Martinez, Roger Clemens, Jacob Wilson, Ryan Sandberg, Ethan Holiday to the non-MLB spot, Spencer Jones, Pudge Rodriguez, Ricky Henderson, Spencer Jones, and Hank Greenberg. Our purples, these are the 75. Chipper Jones, Rintaro Sasaki, non-MLB spot. Darren Baker, Cam Smith, Rogers Hornsby, and Ryan Sandberg. On the to 49, neon green, Andrew Painter, blue turbocharge. Joe Sewell, that's going to the Giants. I'm sorry, to the Yankees. My apologies, to the Yankees. Yohandy Morales to Washington, and neon green, Luis Angel Acuna. We had tie-dyes to 25. We got Ken Griffey Jr., Noah Schultz, Craig Biggio, Cliff Lee, Ricky Henderson on the numbers, Mike Piazza going to the Marlins. We have greens to 5. That's Deion Sanders, Buster Posey, and Albert Pujols going to the Dodgers. Our patches not numbered. We have Paul Skeens, Zaire Hope, Braxton Ashcraft, Aaron Judge, and Jesus Made. On the red, we got Rhett Lauder, Christian Campbell, Matt Shaw, Darren Baker, and Chase Dolander. Those are to 99. To 49, we have PJ Morlando from Miami. And to 25, a nice one for the Colorado Rockies, Charlie Condon, 3-color patch. Our autos, these are not numbered. Jordan Lawler, Austin Wells, Max Muncy, Luke Dickerson, Edgar Quieto, Song-Chi Chang, Darren Baker, Brandon Sprout, Kellen Lindsey, and a redemption of James Triantos going to the Cubs. We have Jackson Churio, that is to 75 on the orange. We have Bryce Rainier, gold to 10 for Detroit. All right, not numbered. We got Dylan Cruz on the selective signature. Sung Joon Kim, Craig Yoho, Cam Smith. To 49 on the blue, we got J.C. Escara for the Yankees and Miguel Cabrera. To 35 on the purple for the Yankees, George Lombard Jr. And we had 2 patch autos. They're both for Cincinnati. One is Bronson Arroyo. The other one is rookie Chase Burns. 6 hits. All right, we had to 99 Bobby Witt Jr. on the auto. Nice selective swatch signature. On the blue to 49, select signature of Paul Skeens. And our hit of the break is this beautiful color wheel of Aaron Judge going to the Yankees. There's your break, my friends. I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you very much. See you next time. Have a great day. Peace.